Have you been looking for information regarding license endorsement to Maryland Board of Nursing? You found the right place. Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Olivar. I'm one of the founders of IPAS Processing. Our company provides international exam application assistance for medical professionals who intend to go and practice as a medical professional in the USA, Australia, Canada, UK, Ireland, Middle East, and New Zealand. IPAS Processing also provides the PNLE Review Program or the Philippine Nurse Licensure Examination Review Program for those who aspire to become nurses in the Philippines, and as well as the Next Generation NCLEX Review Program if you are a nurse and you want to go to the USA, Australia, and Canada. So our discussion today will focus about license endorsement to Maryland Board of Nursing. But first thing, we probably need to understand why there is a need for us to do the license endorsement and what are the other things that I can also share with you in relation to the license endorsement. So let's say and let's assume that you are done with your NCLEX, you already passed your examination, and you made it. So congratulations. Now you have already started your application to a recruitment agency, and then your recruitment agency advised you that you already need to do the license endorsement. The other term for the license endorsement is the license reciprocity. The reason why your recruitment agency provided you an advice that you need to have the license endorsement is probably because you are about to already be employed in the USA. And there is a need for us to obtain another license, not apart from the one that you have previously taken. So currently, most of the nurses right now are applying for the NCLEX through New York Board of Nursing. And let's say you have the same case. So you have passed the NCLEX through our application through New York Board of Nursing, and you were also assisted by IPAS Processing, maybe for your NCLEX application or your NCLEX review program. So now we are already at the step that you will be needing a license endorsement. So the reason why we will be needing this is because you need to be able to have another license apart from what you previously had. Because for the license with New York Board of Nursing, you are only allowed to practice nursing specifically in New York State. So if ever that your recruitment agency will provide you employment in the state of Maryland, therefore it means to say that you need to have a license in the state of Maryland for you to have the authority to practice as a nurse in Maryland. Because we cannot use the previous license that we had. Specifically, if this is not also a multi-state, if it's just a single state, meaning to say that you are only allowed to use this particular license for that specific state. So, for multiple or for compact licenses or multi-state licenses, this can be used in other states, not only the one that you have your license. So say for example, you have Texas Board of Nursing license and it is a compact state license, it's a multi-state license, then you can make use of that if ever that you are going to practice nursing in another state where this state is also participating in the Nurse Licensure Compact. This is a member of the NLC. Now, let's go back to the topic about the license endorsement. So we have established the reason why we need to have a license endorsement is because for us to be able to also have the authority to practice nursing in another state, not only the one that we have previously passed or have obtained the license, but in another state, because we cannot use the license where we cannot practice nursing if we do not have an active license in that particular state. Let's talk about who uses the license endorsement. So for our application For our assistants in IPAS, we usually provide this license endorsement for nurses. I do not know, I do not have any other information for other medical professionals in the USA if they will also be using this particular term, the license endorsement, if they need to transfer their license to another state. Probably there's also something that is the same to the license endorsement. So for our assistants, we use this one for the nurses who need to obtain additional license apart from the license that they currently have. Now, is there another examination that the nurse will need the same as that of the NCLEX during the process of the license endorsement? So, fortunately, there is no additional license, there's no additional examination that you need to be able to take again with the same difficulty as that of the NCLEX because you are done with your NCLEX. But you might probably be needing an English language proficiency examination if the examination that you have taken for your English exam is not accepted by these recipient board of nursing where we're going to endorse your license. So say for example, you have already taken your English language proficiency examination, and then the board of nursing where we are going to submit or apply for your license endorsement do not accept that specific English language proficiency examination and only accepts probably IELTS, only accepts a TOEFL. So we have to be able to know what are the particular English language proficiency examinations that will be accepted by this recipient board of nursing during the process of license endorsement so that we can identify whether the previously taken English language proficiency examination will be used or can still be used by this procedure that we're going to do now. Now, additionally, what would be the time frame for the license endorsement? So, each of the Board of Nursing may have their different procedures and protocols during the process of these application. Therefore, generally, it will take about 5 months or 6 months depending as well. That will depend on the specific steps and procedure that we need to accomplish. Additionally, say for example, the applicant has previously done the credential evaluation, and during the process of the license endorsement, there is a need for us to do the credential evaluation so we can make use of the report, or probably during the process of the license endorsement, the recipient board will accept the visa screen or the healthcare worker certification, and the applicant already has these healthcare worker certificate, then we can be able to shorten the processing time frame for the process of our license endorsement. So, let's talk about Maryland's license endorsement application. For the applicants, we will be needing a credential evaluation. So as what I've mentioned earlier, if you have previously a credential evaluation report, then we can make use of that. There's still a process that we need to do. However, if those documents which were submitted to the credentialing agency are still valid, then it lessens the processing time frame during the time of our license endorsement. In Maryland Boards of Nursing application as well, we can be able to apply for your license endorsement even you do not have yet the social security number or the ITN. So, for nurses or for applicants who are not yet currently in the USA and they're still outside of the USA, say for example, they are in the Philippines or outside or any other countries outside of the USA, it is still possible for us to proceed with your application. There are other boards of nursing wherein it's not possible for us to proceed with the application unless the applicant has the social security number. But with this board of nursing, we can proceed with the application even you do not have yet the social security number. For our fingerprinting, it is also one of the things that we need to be able to accomplish for this license endorsement. So we will be using out-of-state fingerprinting because we're not yet in the USA, and IPAS processing can be able to assist you for this application. We are going to provide you the fingerprint cards and provide you the full information as to how we can do the out-of-state fingerprinting. If ever that you are already in the USA and you can be able to do the live scan fingerprinting, that is also possible. IPAS can also assist you in relation to the live scan fingerprinting if your location is already currently in the USA. And for our English language proficiency examination, letting you know that the Maryland Board of Nursing needs an English language proficiency examination. So there are 5 types of English language proficiency exams that will be accepted by Maryland Board of Nursing. This includes IELTS, Michigan English Test, PTE, OET, and TOEFL. In any of these 5 English language proficiency examinations, these can be accepted by the Maryland Board of Nursing. So I'd like to share with you one of the applicants that we have recently processed for her Maryland Board of Nursing. We have started her application in the month of February this year, 2026, and we have accomplished her application, and the temporary license was already issued by the month of June. So we took about 4 months for us to be able to accomplish the application. Previously, the client was currently located in the UAE, and so we had done the out-of-state fingerprinting, and we have also submitted the English language proficiency examination. Additionally, this client has the IELTS, has taken the IELTS for her healthcare worker certification. And actually, that IELTS was already expired. So during the time that it was difficult for her to take another English examination because it wasn't that much peaceful during that months in the Middle East, then she communicated with us, asking us if it's also possible that she can submit her IELTS result. So we communicated with the Board of Nursing, and it was also accepted by the Board of Nursing. So there's also an information by the Board of Nursing that if your English language proficiency examination, particularly IELTS, was taken October 1, 2005 and later, this can be accepted by the Board of Nursing. We just need to communicate to the Board of Nursing regarding your IELTS result, and this is the one that we are going to submit to the Board of Nursing, and it will be through their approval that this document will be accepted. Now, in relation to the temporary license, I think I have mentioned earlier to you about the temporary license that we have applied for that candidate. So we can be able to either have the option to apply for a temporary license or will not include it during our application. So we are going to ask you as our candidate if you want to include this temporary license application, because there's additional of $70 when we are going to include the temporary license application. So the temporary license is valid for 90 days, and after the issuance of the temporary license, once the documents were all received by the Board of Nursing, all those necessary steps that we need to accomplish were already done, and your documents have already also been evaluated by the Board of Nursing, then your permanent license will also be issued. Lastly, the nursing experience is required for these application. The candidate should be able to have at least 1,000 nursing experience hours within the past 5 years. It can happen here in the Philippines or outside of the country, regardless as to whichever you have taken your experience as a nurse, it will be accepted by the board so long as it happened within the past 5 years. So these are the information that I can provide to you and I can share with you. If ever that you need assistance on your license endorsement or NCLEX application, or next generation NCLEX review program, definitely we can assist you through IPAS processing. You can reach out to us through sending us an email at inquiry@ipasprocessing.com, or you can also communicate with us through our social media channels via TikTok, via IG, or Facebook at IPAS Processing. If ever that you are looking for a service provider for your NCLEX, for your next generation NCLEX review program, we and IPAS On Review and Mentoring Academy can also provide that proven and effective review program for you to be able to succeed on your NCLEX. If you have any concerns, please feel free to comment through this video so that we can also address any of your clarifications. Forward to seeing you again in our next discussions. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our channel here in YouTube, please subscribe so that you can be able to be updated for the latest videos that we are going to upload here in our channel. And if you have also not yet followed our other social media platforms, please do so. Thank you very much, and see you again in our next videos.